Cal Conley, the leadoff hitter, leading off the top of the sixth, 4-0. Although this game, for each team, let's slow down a little bit. The Prune Packers, 5 straight have been retired. For the Foresters, 7 straight have been retired.
This game has settled down. It's going to turn into a battle of the bullpens at some point.
That's playoff baseball, Jordan, as the first pitch in from Taggart is inside 1-0.
See some action in the Foresters bullpen right now.
But Luke Taggart has been stellar. 3-hit shutout he's pitching as that one drops in, but a little bit outside 2-0. He's gone 5 innings pitched, 4 strikeouts, 3 hits, no runs, no walks, only 4 base runners allowed, and that one grounded to the right side and foul by Conley. Conley has one of those 3 hits. Had a 2-out shot in the third. It was a single. Got 2 runners on as Joe Lampe reached on an error by Nick Bellafronto with 2 outs, and then they were both left on after Jason DiCaccia grounded into a 5-3 putout. The 2-1 fouled off again by Conley, and it's 2-2. How big of a advantage would that be, Jordan, if Bill Pintar could get 6 from Luke Taggart in the first game as the 2-2 misses inside? A little movement on the fastball, 91.
And just a little perspective for our Healdsburg fans watching the broadcast. Foresters have 4 of the top 10 ERA leaders in the CCL.
That one popped into right, and it is in there. That's a big fly for Cal Conley, and he breaks. Their scoreless game so far, it's 4-1. Healdsburg is on the board. They're not going to pack it in, Jordan. We've talked about it. The short right field porch, he popped it up. It just kept going, snuck in there on the inside of the foul pole. And the Prune Packers on the board, 4-1.
Yeah, the yard couldn't hold that one, Zach. Demolished down the right field line. Was it fair? Was it foul? It took a second. And then the explosion from the Healdsburg faithful deposited into the trees of right field. Healdsburg's on the board.
So Cal Conley notches a hit, an RBI, and a run all on one swing. And they finally get on the board, 4-1. A run has come across. First pitch into Jason DiCaccia is up and in, 1-0. So Luke Taggart losing a little bit of control here.
That's the 8th home run of the summer for Cal Conley. Now by himself in second on the team.
Popped up by DiCaccia, and it's 1-1. When you can hit, Jordan, you can hit. It doesn't matter what park you're going to, and Cal Conley can certainly hit. You don't see that often. 8 home runs, now 45 RBIs on the season from your leadoff hitter. What a luxury to have. The 1-1 into DiCaccia dropped in a nice pitch, and it's 1-2. So Luke Taggart now has pitched 5 innings of 1-run ball as that one is going to drop in to left field for a single for DiCaccia. He takes a big turn at first and heads back. So 2 straight hits to lead off the 6th inning. The home run by Conley, his 8th of the year, and DiCaccia with a single. And Brian Sturgis comes up. He can make this a 1-run ball game with 1 swing of the bat.
Yeah, this game feels awfully similar to the one yesterday where the Foresters went up big early. Bill Pintard left Ryan Burgert in a few batters too long. He gave up 6 runs, and now we see him out of the dugout. Maybe he learned his lesson from yesterday. This could be the end of the line for Luke Taggart.
So Taggart so far today, 5 innings, only 5 hits a run, but he hasn't gotten it out. Here in the 6th, the home run by Conley lead off the frame. DiCaccia with a single. Big meeting. The entire infield comes in. He's having a word. Taggart trying to plead his case, stay in the game. So 4-1. Foresters scored 3 in the bottom of the first, 1 in the third. 7 straight Foresters have been retired. The Prune Packers, 5 straight had gone down before that home run by Cal Conley to get them on the board. Trying to come out, break up the meeting. Not sure whether they're maybe trying to buy time for the reliever getting ready in the bullpen.
It might be in Coach Pintard. While he is a manager who goes by analytics, understands, making the best decision for the team at the right time. He's also a player's manager. He's going to hear Luke Taggart out. Does he want to stay in the ball game? How is he feeling? And it looks like they're having some fun there, and now he makes the change.
Actually, it looks like there's a bug out, maybe a bee or something on the mound. I think that's where they were backing up. It looks like they just smacked it out of the air, stomped on it. A little bit of everything today, Jordan.
Hey, you're calling play-by-play for everything
And
today.
it looks like the reliever is going to come in. Maybe that was what they were doing. They were just trying to get rid of the bug, free up some space for the reliever coming in. Still taking their time. Ball is passed off. A fist bump for Luke Taggart, and he will head off. 5 innings of 1-run ball. We're going to head to a break here, but come back. Prune Packers have a runner on, no outs, 4-1 lead for the Foresters here in the top of the 6th. They're knocking on the door. Keep it right here on the official voice of the CCL State Championship Series, the Oaks Baseball Broadcasting Network. Cole Quintanilla, the 6'5" righty out of the University of Texas, coming in, replacing Luke Taggart. Taggart goes 5+. He saw 2 batters in the 6th, but didn't record an out. Gave up 5 hits, a run. That 1 run came on the solo shot by Cal Conley, and 4 strikeouts, no walks. Had a good day. That ERA will stay low, and he would be in line for the win if the Foresters held on and there were no lead changes. So it's 4 to run, a runner on first. Brian Sturgis at the plate. Fouls the first pitch back 0-1. Sturgis, in the 4th inning, if you remember, some controversy. Had a ground ball to the shortstop. He was speeding down the line. Drew Baker threw it to first. The throw was high. Catsby tried to apply the tag. Sturgis slid under it. He was initially called out after about 5 minutes of deliberation. Maybe more. The call was reversed. He was eventually left on base as the 0-1 is high. 91 in the fastball from Quintanilla, and it's 1-1. Quintanilla, Jordan, still a good pitcher, but one of the worst relievers ERA-wise on this Foresters team. 6.23 ERA in 17 1/3 innings pitched. 15 runs allowed, 17 of them earned. 19 strikeouts. There's that one line, and a great diving stop by Nick Bellafronto. Fires back to first. Not in time to get the double play. But Nick Bellafronto, Jordan, makes up for his error early on in this game in the 3rd inning with a fantastic diving stop. They call it the hot corner for a reason.
Yeah, he almost made that play, too. DiGochea was almost caught off first. He was almost halfway to second when that ball was caught. Surely, at least the Prune Packers thought that ball was going to go down the third base line, but Bellafronto, you're right, so aware at third, and he makes up at least partially, for the 4 errors he's made the past 2 days.
Cam Blake, dangerous lefty, leads his team with 9 home runs. 1 for 2 today. Singled in the 4th after that Sturgis single. He was also left on. Or he wasn't left on, pardon me. As the first pitch, a curveball drops in, but breaks outside 1-0. David Langer grounded into a 4-6-3 double play. Well executed by Ryan Cash, Drew Baker, and Jacob Catsby.
Cole Quintanilla gave up runs in each of his 4 outings this summer. The last 2, 3 scoreless innings and 4 strikeouts.
4-1, that's a ground ball and a double play ball. 4-6 to 3. The throw pushes Jacob Catsby off the bag. So that'll be a 4-6 fielder's choice. The runner will be on base for the Prune Packers. Still runner at first, now 2 outs. And Travis Turney, who's 0 for 2 today with 2 strikeouts, up to the plate.
Almost a terrific turn by the Foresters infield. They already got that inning-ending double play underneath their belt today, with that double play coming in the 4th inning, 4-6 to 3. That time, the throw just a little bit wide from Drew Baker's.
Fired in, chopped to second. Cash. His glove was low. It dropped under it. The runner's going to head to third. He's going to slide in there safely. So an error by Ryan Cash. Cam Blake goes first to third on the air. Some heads up base running. Slides in safely. And now the Prune Packers, runners on the corners. 2 outs. David Langer up to the plate.
Brutal hop. And I mean brutal hop for Ryan Cash, but also not the best route to the baseball. Didn't get in front of it. Had to opt to try and do a backhand on a tough hop. Went right over his glove and into right field. And with 2 outs, David Langer can really make that error hurt the Foresters.
And actually, it looks like I was mistaken. It appears that they've marked it a hit, so that's a run on 6 hits today for the Prune Packers. And the first pitch into Langer misses high with the 89-mile-an-hour fastball, 1-0. That shows you Foresters.
I'm not sure I agree with that call, by the way.
That's a tough play, but it's a play that Ryan Cash should make. He has to make it. I think he knows it. The 1-0 pitch drops in, a nice breaking ball, and it's 1-1. So the Prune Packers a run on 6 hits, 2 errors. The Foresters 4 runs on 3 hits and error. A lot of walks by House starting the game, and that's where you see the differential and a couple nice defensive plays. And that one will be lined in the gap in left center. A run will come in to score. Turney's going to head to third. He's going to be held there. An RBI single for David Langer, and it's a 4-2 game. Still runners on the corners. A little 2-out rally for the Prune Packers. 2 have come across in this frame. And the leading run, Jordan, is at the plate.
How resilient is this Healdsburg Prune Packers lineup? Time and time again, seems like their back's against the wall. They take advantage of every mistake against them. A clutch 2-out hit for David Langer. And this game feels so different than it did the first 3 innings. Healdsburg, all the momentum is on their side at the moment.
John Lagatuda, who is a power hitter. First pitch in there for a strike. So 2 runs on 4 hits in this inning. The 0-1 in from Quintanilla. That one chopped just a little bit foul to the right side, and it's 0-2. Leadoff home run by Cal Conley. Solo shot to right. Jason DiCacea with a single. Brian Sturgis lined out to Nick Bellafronto, a diving stop as the ball was heading down the third base line and possibly into the corner. Cam Blake grounded into a 4-6 fielder's choice. Travis Turney with a single to the right side, a ball that just dropped or skirted the glove of Ryan Cash, and then David Langer, the RBI single that drove in Blake. And now Lagatuda takes 0-2. It trails outside and anyone on the fastball, and it's 1-2. He was one of the lefties we said coming into this game, Jordan. We wouldn't be surprised to see him do some damage to the right side. 4 home runs this year, 26 RBIs, 337 average for Lagatuda. That one popped into right. It's a high fly ball. It's going to go back. And that is a 3-run shot for Lagatuda. The Prune Packers are out on the field. A 5-4 lead as he rounds third and heads home. And this game, Jordan, one inning has completely swung in the Prune Packers' favor. He pounds his chest as he heads to the plate. He is pumped up. 5-4 lead. Prune Packers on one swing of the bat. This game has flipped.
And a majestic bat flip as that one soared out to right field. Blake Hall, the right fielder for Santa Barbara, looked up to the sky. He couldn't find the ball. Then he turned around, and it was about 50 feet over the right field fence. A moonshot blast, a bat flip, and a Healdsburg Prune Packers lead.
So there you go, Jordan. That play by Ryan Cash comes back to bite him in the first pitch in to Connor Mack. Is a strike, 0-1. 3 straight hits for the Prune Packers. A single by Turney, a single by Langer, a 3-run moonshot from Lagatuda to right field. The 0-1 drops out from Quintanilla, and it's 1-1. They were close so many times before. They finally get across. 1-1 in from Quintanilla. That's a strike on the low outside corner, and it's 1-2. Forrester scored 4 runs in the first 3 innings. All 5 for the Prune Packers have come in the top of the 6th. Quintanilla drops in the curveball. Misses, and it's 2-2. Two-two pitch, swung on and missed on the outside corner. If you can't stand the heat, get out of the kitchen. 90 miles an hour on the fastball. That ends the inning, but not before 5 runs on 5 hits. No errors, no runners left on base. A leadoff shot for Cal Conley and a 3-run game-swinging moonshot for John Lagatuda to take a 5-4 lead. Keep it here as we head to the bottom of the 6th inning in this new ball game right here on the Oaks Baseball Broadcasting Network. Spencer Jones, the big DH. Leading off this inning, Jones has reached both times up to the plate. Walked in the first, singled and stole second in the third. And now he leads off, now trailing 5-4 to the Prune Packers after their 5-run top of the 6th. The first pitch in from Hanson is inside, and it's 1-0. We were watching the replay, Jordan, and that was a beautiful, if you want to call it a bat swing from Lagatuda. And that one lined into right. Hard hit ball from Spencer Jones. Gallops to first, so a leadoff single for Spencer Jones. He's 2 for 2, has reached all 3 times up. And now the leading run, Jacob Catsby, is at the plate.
Yeah, Jacob Catsby today, 2-run double, single in the first, and a walk. Santa Barbara, for the 2nd consecutive day, have let a massive lead slip. Yesterday they were able to hang on. Today, already Healdsburg 5 unanswered runs on the 6th inning.
Similar circumstances, too, as the first pitch into Catsby is inside, 1-0. Yesterday it was Ryan Bergert being left in a little bit too long. This time Bill Pintard came in, pulled the plug on Taggart, with a runner on, no outs in the inning. And then Cole Quintanilla couldn't finish the job with an assist from a wild bounce on a play that Ryan Cash could have made. The 1-0, the pitch out pops up. They're checking on Spencer Jones at first. And he is speedy. An absolute racehorse he is. He can get from first to second in a hurry. His 6'7" frame. 8 stolen bases this year as that one drops in and misses, and it's 3-0. Jacob Catsby had a 2-run single in the first. Had a walk in the third. That walk loaded the bases before Blake Hall stole home. Shows bunt, pulls back, and that one is in their first strike, 3-1. So Catsby also 1 for 1 with 2 RBIs, and he's reached both times up. And that single by Spencer Jones ended a streak of 7 straight Foresters that were retired. The 3-1 in, swung on and missed, and it's a full count. Catsby not too happy with himself. Three-two, full count. Pitch. Hansen readies. Fires into Catsby as Spencer Jones is running. It's inside a walk. So the Foresters have the tying run at second, the leading run at first, no outs. And Drew Baker up to the plate. Baker 0 for 2 today.
And I believe that actually caught Catsby's jersey, so it'll be ruled a hit by pitch. Not that it matters, because it would have been ball 4 anyway, but here comes Joey Gomes again out of the dugout. See if he makes a change here. With his team up, maybe that changes how he goes about using his assets out in the bullpen.
It's been 2 innings so far for Hansen, only 1 hit. Both the batters that he has allowed have come in this inning as he retired the first 6 he faced. Bill Pintard coming out also to talk with the third base ump. The Foresters 2 runners on, now trailing 5-4. They had a 4-0 lead going into the top of the 6th. 2 home runs from 2 lefties. 1 from Cal Conley, 1 from John Lagatuda. 2 very different home runs, too. One that just snuck in along the foul pole, one that was an absolute no-doubter. Although it took me a second to catch on. And it looks like Hansen will stay in as the shortstop Drew Baker comes up to the dish.
Andrew Hansen, sure you got to give a lot of credit to Healdsburg's offense for coming back, but how about Andrew Hansen settling this team down, going out there, throwing strikes, and retiring the Foresters. He retired the first 6 batters he faced. He's now giving up a single and a hit by pitch. See if he can recover here. Joey Gomes showing him that confidence, keeping him in this game.
And he's earned it, but this Foresters lineup, they can turn on you quick. 5-4, no outs, 2 on. Hansen fires in, but no, he doesn't. He steps off and checks Spencer Jones at second. He's a dangerous guy. Already has a stolen base today. Although even if you catch on, it's hard to catch him. He can get there in about 4 steps. First pitch into Baker. He shows bunt, drops it down, well laid. Picked up by Hansen. He's going to fire to third. The throw goes wide. Spencer Jones will head home. That's the tying run. The next runner is sent home, and he is going to be safe. Drew Baker slides into third safely. So an error by Andrew Hansen allows Spencer Jones and Jacob Catsby to come in to score. And once again, there's a lead change, 6-5, as it looks like Joey Gomes looks like he's going to call in an arm from the bullpen. So Andrew Hansen, a bold play, trying to get the lead runner at third. The throw goes wide on a turnaround toss that would have been tough regardless. 2 runs come in to score. There's a runner at third. 6-5, Foresters lead. We'll get you the new pitcher and the rest of the 6th inning. Keep it here on the Oaks Baseball Broadcasting Network. Ryan Cash, the 9-hole hitter, leading or coming in, the first hitter against the new pitcher Ian Villers. Andrew Hansen finishes the game 2+ innings pitched. He retired the first 6 batters he saw. The last 3 not so much. 2+ innings, a hit, 2 runs, no walks, no strikeouts. He hit a batter, and an egregious error on a wild play, a bold play, trying to get the lead runner at third. 2 runs ended up coming in to score as the shift is on. The third baseman and shortstop are playing in. So are the second baseman and the first baseman as the first pitch misses 1-0. There's a massive hole up the middle. And Cash pops it up to the left side. Foul and out of play, 1-1. Doing their best to try to be ready in case there's a ground ball. Hold Drew Baker from scoring from third. So Ian Villers this season has been pretty far and away the Prune Packers' best pitcher. 35 1/3 innings pitched, 2.04 ERA, 10 runs allowed, 8 of them earned, 55 strikeouts, 20 more than anyone else on the Prune Packers, only 11 walks and 22 hits. His K-to-walk ratio is 5. It's unheard of. The 1-1 misses outside, 91 on the fastball, and it's 2-1. Ryan Cash 0 for 2 today. Pop up in the second. 3-1 ground out in the fourth. Two-one pitch in from Villers. Swung on and missed by Cash. 91 again on the fastball in the outside corner. But Ian Villers last year, in his freshman year at Cal, in 16 games, had 19 innings, had a 2-1 record, an 8.05 ERA, 14 strikeouts, 14 walks, and allowed 1 home run. The 2-2 on the outside corner just misses. Villers puts his hands up saying, where did it miss? That's a full count, 3-2.
Yeah, I don't know. That looked like it was right down the middle from up here. Maybe slightly outside. I don't even know where the umpire called that one.
Payoff pitch in the dirt, and that's a walk. So a 2-2 pitch, misses on the outside corner, and Villers staring down the ump as he takes the throw in from Sturgis. Runners in the corners. Third baseman trying to figure out where they want to play him. Back to the top of the order, Eric Kennedy. This is where it gets dangerous. Kennedy 0 for 3 today, but he is a stellar hitter, one of the best in the CCL. Get you his stats in a second. 380 average this season, 20 RBIs. First pitch in, playing him safe, and it's outside, way outside, 1-0 on the 90-mile-an-hour fastball. Foresters with a 6-5 lead. 2 runs here in the bottom of the 6th. Both coming on an error by Hansen. And there goes Cash. The throw is outside a little bit too high. Sturgis grabbing for his shoulder, it looks like.
That's never a good sign.
The throw was high. He grabbed it, and he doesn't look too. He's leaning over to his left.
Blue's going to ask him how he's doing. He seems to be all right. So 2 on in scoring position. Nobody out in this inning. Santa Barbara, first 4 runners on base, 2 runs across already. They're looking for a big number here in the 6th to match what the Packers did in the top half of this inning.
So Ryan Cash gets a clean steal a second. 2-0 count to Eric Kennedy, a 380 hitter out of Texas. Pitch in from Villers. Misses high. Tosses over to third, checking on Baker. Nothing doing there, and it's 3-0 to Kennedy. Villers, the lone Prune Packer pitcher who appeared in the CCL All-Star game. The other 6 were hitters. Eric Kennedy also in that All-Star game. The 3-0. Good strike, 89 on the fastball, and it's 3-1. Kennedy rocking the gray long-sleeve undershirt. Time is called. And some bird calls from the Foresters dugout.
Yeah, Finding Nemo-esque.
Time.
Yep, you got it.
3-1. In from Villers. 2 on, nobody out. And that one misses. 2 straight walks to lead off this game. And Villers still putting his hands up, still talking with the ump. I think he's still a little upset on that first 2-2 non-strike call. And now the bases are loaded, nobody out.
It never benefits a pitcher to jaw off to a home plate umpire. Zach, that never happens. That's the job of the catcher. If I were Brian Sturgis, I'd go out to the hill and say, hey, I'll do the talking. I'll do the dirty work. You have to concentrate on getting outs on the hill.
Sturgis already has a relationship with the ump. He's been involved in 2 major plays early in this game. First pitch in, and that's a strike. Curveball that drops in 0-1.
Ian Villers, a big right-handed pitcher, straight over the top. So he's got that 12-6 break on the curveball.
The natural 12-6 break.
Yeah, and then high 80s with a fastball.
Looks like there's some guys heading out to the bullpen for the Prune Packers. The 0-1. Curveball that drops in and fouled off. Chopped to the left side by Bellafronto, and it's 0-2. 7 runs total in this 6th inning. Game has flipped a couple of times. 2 home runs for the Prune Packers in the top, including a 3-run shot by Lagatuda. 2 runs so far in this frame, but bases loaded, nobody out, and Bellafronto saws off. Pulls back on the 0-2, and that's a strike 3. Villers dropped the hammer on him. For the first out of the inning, that's a big out. Sets up a potential double play ball to get out of the inning.
Big pitch from Ian Villers. Now you're right. That sets up a double play here, even though it's going to be very tricky to double up Franklin. Man, he was a ball away from walking in a run. Villers buckles down and gets the biggest strikeout of the game, the first strikeout of the game for Healdsburg.
First pitch into Franklin is inside, misses 1-0. No surprise, it's coming from far and away their strikeout leader this summer. 55 coming into the game, 56 now. It's been pumping guys out. 1-0 in, popped up by Franklin, and it's 1-1.
Ian Villers, remember, he's more of a starting pitcher, Zach, so a little bit unusual to come into a game in the middle of the contest. Maybe it takes him a little bit more time to get loose, but when he is loose, Zach, this is the Packers' best pitcher, bar none.
Started a game just 3 days ago as the 1-1 popped foul to the right side by Franklin. It's 1-2. Against the Lincoln Potters, went 5 innings, no runs, 8 strikeouts. In fact, he pitched a no-hitter.
That's right. The only base runner he gave up, it was almost a perfect 5 innings, was 1 walk in that ball game. He was just lights out. But again, on short rest, this isn't something he's used to. This is postseason baseball right here.
So it is. The 1-2, 1 out. Bases loaded. 6-5 Foresters lead. That misses high, and it's 2-2. They're still trying to get loose on that short rest. Coming in already in a high leverage situation. Prune Packers down. Trying to salvage this inning. Give the Packers a chance to retake the lead in the top of the 7th. 1-2, and that one lined in the left, and it'll drop in. 1 run will come in to score. Cash is held at third. So an RBI single that drives 1 run in. That's Drew Baker. Bases are still loaded, still 1 out. And now it's 7-5 Foresters. They just keep the chains moving, Jordan.
Yeah, that'll move the chains for sure. Good swing. See what the big man Blake Hall can do. He's been quiet out of the 4-hole today, but exploded in yesterday's contest. Bill Pintard, when he makes a move in the lineup, he moves somebody up. He expects results.
Blake Hall, 0 for 3 today, but reached on air and he swung and missed that breaking ball that dropped out 0-1.
Oh yeah, that's a nasty pitch. Just so much break. Got to be a couple feet of break. And, Hall, big swing, and he looked foolish on that swing.
Hall had a 2-run home run yesterday. Now he's up. Bases loaded. 2-run lead, and that one drops in. Again, the breaking ball touches the low outside corner 0-2.
Villers quickly learning that the home plate umpire is more partial to the outer half to righties and not the inner half, and he's been pounding it with the curveball in this at-bat.
Smart adjustment, playing to the ump. 0-2, 1 out, Cash a little late on third, and that one popped up in the left. The left fielder goes back at the track, hauls it in. Cash will come in. Runner goes from second to third. Runner goes from first to second. So everybody advances. An RBI sac fly for Blake Hall. 4 runs have come across for the Foresters in the bottom of the 6th, and they take an 8-5 lead. Nice piece of hitting by Blake Hall. Most other parks, Jordan, that's a big fly to left. But we've talked about this on a lot of the Oaks broadcasts. That spot right there where he hit it, that is where home runs go to die. Regardless, drives in the run. Everybody advances 90 feet.
How do you respond to a 5 spot in the top half of the inning? You get to work on the offensive side. That's what great teams do. That's what the Foresters are doing right now.
So 9 runs have come across in this frame. 5 in the top half, 4 in the bottom half, as that one is fouled off by Ross Cadena. Cadena 0 for 3 today. Also reached on an error and scored in the first inning. Error came with 2 outs. Oh, 1, 2 outs, 2 on, both in scoring position. 8-5 Foresters lead. Pitch fired and swung on and missed. Brought him to his knees like he was trying to propose, and it's 0-2. When you can get a hitter like Cadena down to his knees, make him look that silly, that's when you know the breaking ball is working. 0-2, 2 outs, 2 on, 8-5 lead. Villers trying to get out of this inning. Give the Prune Packers a chance in the top of the 7th. The pitch in, swung on, ground to the shortstop, picks it up, fires it to first, and that will end the frame. But not before. 4 runs on 2 hits. An error, 2 runners left on base. Foresters take an 8-5 lead. 9 total runs in the 6th inning. A lot of action. And as we head to the top of the 7th, you're going to want to keep it right here on the official voice of the CCL State Championship Series, the Oaks Baseball Broadcasting Network.